Welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are going to solve US English Basic Skills Test. This test is mandatory for our gigs services which provides product listing for e-commerce and all other gigs that includes English language descriptions. So let's move forward towards the test. Here we have 40 MCQs in the test and we have been given 40 minutes to complete the test. So let's move towards the test. So okay, continue, and we have window larger. So here is the first question. Dash that house have a finished basement. So here our right answer is does. Does that house have a finished basement? So let's move next. And our next question is Brianna will clean the kitchen. Dash Edward vacuums the rug. So here our right answer is while. So let's move next. So our next question is Jerry has 6 daughters and Dash all live in Las Vegas. So here our right option is they. They all live in Las Vegas. So let's move next. Here our next question is if I dash my vacation in March, I never would have met Mr. Edwards. So here our right answer is had taken. So our fourth option is correct. So let's move next. Our next question is make sure the weeds have been pulled up and the grass is dashed. So here our right option is grew. So our option C is correct. Let's move next. So here our next question is Mr. Milani would like to see all essays from this year, including dash that you are not finished yet, including those. So option C is correct. So let's move next. So here our next question is as soon as you wake up, you dash to talk the dog out. So here to take the dog out. Sorry. So here our option B is correct. That is neat. So let's move next. Here our next question is I was dash surprised that my contract was renewed. So here our right option is very. So option A is correct. So let's move next. So our next question is the hospital needs more dash with dash in neurology. So here our right answer is answer number C, that is hospital needs more doctors with experience in neurology. So let's move next. So our next question is dash just too wet and cold to play outside today. So here our right option is it's. So our option C is correct. It's just too wet and cold to play outside today. So let's move next. Here our next question is the historic home dash 100 years ago. So our right answer here is was constructed. So option C is the correct answer. So let's move next. And our next question is we wanted to send package today dash the post office was shut. So here our right answer is but the post office was shut. So our option C is correct. So let's move next. So here our next question is Mrs. Birar BRIAR choose dash for the job. And option correct is A. Mr. Birar choose me for the job. So let's move next. So our next question is this book is a first dash and our option number C is correct. That is addition. So let's move next. So our next question is Do you know dash the boys have left yet? So our option A is correct. Why the boys have left yet? So let's move next. So here is our new question. Dash is this sweater fashionable? Dash it's also ethically made. So our option B is correct. Not only this sweater is fashionable, but it's also ethically made. So let's move next. So our next question is, Carrie is an introvert and tends dash shy with new people and tends to be. So our option A is correct. So let's move next. So our next question is, first I will send you the document dash. So here our right option is, then I will bill you. So our option number 3 is C option is correct. That includes semicolon, not a colon. Remember, here would be the semicolon, then I will bill you. So our option C is correct. Let's move next. So here our next question is, Self's parents have a meeting with the dash today. So here our right option is principal. That is option D, principal. That means the head of the institute. So let's move next. So our next question is, Ruth does not want to work full time, but she is open dash in on freelance basis. She is open to come. So here our option B is correct. So let's move next. Now our next question is, how will the new policy dash current customers? So here our right option is effect. That is our option number B. So here our option B is correct. So let's move next. And here is our next question is, Georgia dash there for 15 years. So here our right answer is working. That is option number A. So let's move next. So our new question is, can you babysit Brandy dash? We are at dinner. So here our next question, here our right answer is while. So here our option A is the correct answer. So let's move next. So here our next question is, don't forget dash the oven after dash the pie. So here our right option is to turn off the oven after removing the pie. So here our option C is correct. So let's move next. So the next question is, if someone dash Miss Langston in advance, she always gives a 5% discount. If someone dash Miss Langston in advance, she always gives a 5% discount. So here our right option is pays. That is our option number B. So let's move next. So our next question is, Leela turned dash the job because she didn't want to spend her time in sales. So here our right option is off. So our option C is correct. Leela turned off the job. So let's move next. Here our next question is, Kim suggested dash at 5 p.m. to discuss our progress. Kim suggested meeting. So here our option C is correct. So let's move next. So our next question is, dash Valerie dash Janet love chocolate ice cream. So here our right answer is option number B. Both Valerie and Janet love chocolate ice cream. So let's move next. So our next question is, if you are not feeling well, dash come to the office. So here our right option is option number A. You should not come to the office. So let's move next. So here our next question is, even if we work until midnight, we dash miss the deadline. We will still. That is our option number D, and this is the correct answer. So let's move next. So our next question is, dash someone sends me a text, I get back to them within 10 minutes. So our right option will be the whenever. So this is our option number C is correct. So let's move next. So our next question is, the thing I don't like about this restaurant is dash, and the right option is the noise. So our option B is correct. So let's move next. So our next question is, Mr. Dash Dog is going to the vet tomorrow. So here our right option is Mr. Jeremiah. So our option A is correct. So let's move next. So here our next question is, Carl and Dash are the only cheaper ones to field trip. So here the right answer is I. That is option number B. So let's move next. So our next question is, my mom makes brownies dash I come to visit. So here our right option is whenever. So here our option D is correct. That is whenever I come to visit. So let's move next. So here our next question is, our marketing strategy is based on dash experience. So here our option B is correct. That is both data and experience. So let's move next. So here our next question is, as usual, Mr. Park had dash for the breakfast before he left for dash. Mr. Park had coffee for the breakfast before he left for work. So here our option B is correct. So let's move next. So here our next question is, we all waited dash the shelter for the rain to stop. So here our right answer is in. So here our option A is correct. We all waited in the shelter for the rain to stop. So let's move next. So here our next question is, most of the movie was shoot in the dash. So here our right option is the desert, DESERT. So let's move next. So here our question is, and this is the last question of our segment, and the question is, dash I will have the report done by the next week. So here our right option is option number C, whether I take on another job or not, I will have the report done by next week. So we have completed our test. So let's click on end test. Yes, we want to end the test. So here is our result, and the result states that we have scored 8.5 out of the 10, and here 7.0 is the passing mark. So stay tuned for new and more exciting tests.